MLB Network brings you baseball from North Central Texas as we get a look inside Globe Life Park. Today, the opener of this 4-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
So digging in now, D. Gordon, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First delivery to him on the way, and now bunt his way on to start the game. Garcia is right there, but the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out. Next for Seattle, Gene Segura, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Jackson has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch. Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Turned on down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 0-2, here it comes. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in now for the Mariners, Luis Castro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count. 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Digging in, Kyle Seager, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball, but let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Got him a little bit out in front.
Fouled off.
He's not going to be happy with the execution of that pitch at all. I wouldn't be shocked if it's time for the catch.
Seager, right field and carrying well, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Lifted the other way to left center. Calling for it, Grossman. Makes the play, 1 away. In now the Mariners DH, Ben Gamel.
Designated hitter, Ben Gamel.
First pitch coming, here it is. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Popped him up. Garcia has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Standing in, Jonathan Lucroy. He set and the pitch. A curveball that catches the inside corner. Lucroy tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Mariners are down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Here's Echeverria now.
Leading off for the Mariners, second baseman, Adeiny Echeverria.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. DeShields is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in now, Dan Vogelbach.
Batting ninth, first baseman, Dan Vogelbach.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Drilled down the line. And that's through for a hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Here's D. Gordon now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Popped him up. Andrews over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gene Segura. He reached on a single in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Vogelbach stands at second with 2 gone. High in the air out to center field. DeShields is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Rangers 4 and the Mariners nothing. Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Good changeup, and it's 0-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch, and even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Left fielder.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Luis Castro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. And it's fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
He's been pounding his zone with nothing but strikes, but that's an amazing take right there. You start getting into that auto swing mode when you think that guy's going to be around the zone.
The 1-2 is a curveball that misses high.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Ready with another 2-2. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
The batter, number
Stepping into the box, Kyle Seager. First 2 minutes. The inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now here it comes, and he fouls this one off. Set to deliver the 0-1, and that's lifted the other way out to left. Grossman sprinting after it, and the inning is over. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And the Mariners have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, and not trying to do too much.
That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Here's Echeverria now.
up next.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. Gamble at second. Lucroy at first with no outs. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's in there. Base hit. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer.
Hey guys, he doubled up on that breaking ball. The batter obviously timed the first one. Second one, he was not going to let go. Good wood on that one, able to drive it for a base hit.
And a ball, 1-0.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
Right there, and he is out trying to take third. Two and 0, here it is. 3-0 now. D. Gordon will be next. And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. The 3-1. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
And another foul ball. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit in the air down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Popped him up. Holman is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, D. Gordon. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mariners force. Gene Segura standing in. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just have to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Ready once again, Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Now here it comes. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Jackson will take charge himself out there, and there's 2 down.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it, because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
Standing in now, Luis Castro, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Up. Goldschmidt is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Ben Gamel. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Takes a knee-high fastball. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Iglesias is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Digging in and looking for more, Adeiny Echeverria. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And the 8th will start with a bang, as this should be extra bases. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Dan Vogelbach is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Popped him up. Garcia is there for it. And he brings it in on the warning track.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Into the box now, D. Gordon, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Echeverria, the runner at second with one away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Mazara's on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning. Ready for another shot now. Gene Segura, runner in scoring position with two gone. Low for ball one. Missed with a breaking ball.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Here's the 2-1. Hit in the air to center field. DeShields is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One left for Seattle. They trail 6-1. Digging in, Mitch Haniger, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball one.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ballgame, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Luis Castro. Here comes the first pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Popped him up. Holman has a play. 2 down. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's set. Here it comes. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, and he's beginning to tire a little bit out there, he's got to be able to.
And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
7-1 the final today. The Rangers put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Maurice Jackson gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. James Paxton permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. First for the victorious Rangers, 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Mariners, 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at the ballpark, 49,115. The Rangers thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.